Last week, I talked a bit about what I do for a living as a speech-language pathologist. This week, I'm choosing to talk about how I got into graduate school. I've been thinking about doing this video for a while. I was going to do it in a different format, but I figured this one would be the best one. Getting into graduate school is not easy. Like, in general, it's not easy. Getting into graduate school for speech-language pathology is harder, or so I've heard at least. In the United States of America and Puerto Rico, there's about 214 to 140 graduate schools that are accredited. There's only so few schools. I applied for graduate school. I applied to graduate school 5 times. I was in all different stages of my life. The process to get into graduate school for speech-language pathology and or communication disorders, depending on what school you go to and what they decide to call it, is not that different from a lot of other universities and their own specialty programs. Other things you need to do for a graduate school for speech-language pathology are, again, just very basic, very generic stuff, such as taking the GRE. The average scores that most universities are looking for are just that, average. Other common things you need: letters of recommendation, filling out an application. More and more universities, I find, are going towards interviews. 50% of applicants, regardless of how many universities they apply to, get in. So me, as an average person that scores on average, my GPA is not a 4.0. It was a very long process for me to get into a graduate school. I applied 5 times. A lot happened during those 5 times. I did not take a 4-year break from school and then got in on the 5th year. The first time I applied, I was finishing up school with my first bachelor's degree. Life just had a different course for me. I did not major in speech-language pathology. I only applied to a few universities. Strangely enough now, I'm okay with that. I applied to go to graduate school the second time. I heard back from them so quickly, it was a no. I did not take offense to it. I just ended up applying to that university for a second bachelor's degree, and they accepted me. My third time applying for graduate school was during my first year of my second bachelor's. The university had an amazing program. This program was for graduate school applicants that were coming in, but they did not have a background in speech-language pathology, such as yours truly. So my second year for my second bachelor's, I did not apply for this program for 2 reasons. First one, might as well just get this bachelor's degree at this point, because quite literally, I was halfway there. Second, they got rid of the program. My 4th time applying to graduate school was probably the most depressing time. It was my final year of my second bachelor's degree, and one by the last one, thank you for applying at our university for the program of speech-language pathology. We regret to inform you that you have not been selected as a student in our cohort. This year was filled with many wonderful applicants such as yourself. We wish you better luck in the future. So I did what I could do at the time. I ended up going home. I found a job. I worked for a year, and This time I was not playing around. I applied. I applied to 13 universities in total. I applied to universities in Hawaii to New York. I really didn't care at this point. My local university, I was really hoping I'd get in there. I went in, I did my interview, and within 24 hours I got a rejection letter. 9 came back saying no, but what happened to the other 4? Weirdness. Out of all 13 universities, 9 said no, and I had 4 that waitlisted me. Waitlisted is kind of a funny concept. Being waitlisted essentially means we like you, you're pretty cool, but you didn't quite make the automatic yes. It was another waiting game for me. And then the end of July happened. In fact, it was about 6 or 7 weeks before school started. I got a phone call while at work. I'm wrapping up the phone call at work. I look at my phone and it said I'm getting a phone call from the city and state that I know I'm waitlisted in. What? Okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'll do that right away. Thank you. Bye. Hold on a moment. I was able to get out of the building. Okay, so sorry about that. I had to get out of my workspace because it's confidential phone calls and whatnot. How can I help you? Hi, this is so-and-so from this university. I have some exciting news for you. Should I be sitting down right now? Possibly. Okay. I sat. What's the news? Congratulations. You're accepted into the Masters of Speech Language Pathology program. Are you okay, ma'am? Needless to say, it was very shocking for me. I then only had 6 to 7 weeks to get FAFSA applications figured out, to get housing figured out, transportation figured out, and work. And I had just accepted a promotion at this time. It was less than a week old promotion. So there you have it. That's essentially my story in a nutshell of how I got into grad school. Surviving grad school was a different topic of conversation for another time. I hope you all enjoyed. If you are applying to a school and it's difficult, I understand. I hope this helps people get courage to do it one more time. Thank you.